everyone, it's Sabrina from the Combe family, and today we are going to do a what's in my day bag video. So I thought this would be a good video for you guys so you could understand certain things that I have to bring with me that I might not even think about if we were in America or in another country, because of the climate here, because of certain things we just need to be prepared for, certain things because of certain people in our family, etc. So I thought that I would unpack my day bag with you so that you could see exactly what's in it. So first of all, the actual bag I got from Miniso, which is a company here that's kind of like, it's a Japanese company, and they have like a bunch of different things. They have makeup, bags, a little bit of clothes, arts and crafts, all of that type of stuff. So it's kind of like a one shoulder bag, and it's really convenient for me to wear as a day bag. So let's look at the outside here. So we always have to have reusable bags. So in America, that's kind of like an optional thing. Most places you still have to pay like 10 cents for a bag, but you can still get them. Here, you can get them at the grocery stores, but you can't get them at the market. So if you go to the market and you buy potatoes, avocados, anything like that, they're not going to give you a bag. Sometimes they might have bags that they sell, and then sometimes they might not, so then you just have to carry the potatoes. So you always should bring a couple reusable bags. I have 3 that are just like grocery bag shaped, and I have 1 that is backpack shaped and 1 that is like duffel bag shaped. So depending on how much grocery shopping we're doing, we bring like however many. So then here I have our keys. So I actually locked us out of our apartment maybe like a month ago. So we got a new lock where you have to put the key in order to lock it or unlock it. So that has been helpful so that I don't forget the keys. But I usually keep them on the outside of my bag here. And then a couple other just little carabiners so that if I need to hang anything like a jacket or whatever, I can do so on the outside of my bag. So now let's go into the front pocket here. So first of all, here is my Quip pick. So it's just kind of like dental floss with like a reusable pick handle. So I use that often, but I need to put toothpicks in here actually because Shaha is a hardcore toothpick person, and so he doesn't really like dental floss too much. These are actually, I got these from Amazon. They're reusable. Let me get a little closer. There we go. They're reusable, or like a camping holders for like salt and pepper and sugar. So if you could see, this one is just like 1 cylinder, and that's what I put the sugar in. And then this one is like a divided cylinder, so the salt is up here and the pepper is up here or down here. And the reason why I go everywhere with these is because sometimes you might go to like a little restaurant here, which they call hotels, and they might not have salt and pepper, particularly pepper. Most places don't have pepper, but like if you are just in the middle of town and you buy like some cut up fruit, you don't have salt or pepper or sugar or anything that you want for your fruit with that, right? They don't offer that. So I always make sure I keep those on hand just in case. And they've actually come in handy. Shaha will of course just eat it like the way it is, right? But then if I put salt or pepper or whatever on my food that we've gotten from just like a street cart or whatever, then he'll be like, "You're not gonna ask me if I want any?" So it's useful for everybody in the family. Okay, so this is my lip moisturizer. It's from the brand Bite. I love this lip moisturizer. I bought like 3 or 4 before I left America, and they're like $26 each, but they're amazing and they stay on your lips for so long. So, and the tube lasts a long time too. So then before I left America, I just got like little samples. So here's like a face moisturizer I keep in my bag, and then we got this lip moisturizer from the airplane that we took coming here. So just little things like that. Some tweezers. I always keep these in my bag just because you never know when you'll need them, and these are the only tweezers that we have, so whenever I need tweezers or anybody else needs tweezers for something, we know that they're always in my bag. Same with fingernail clippers. These are the only fingernail clippers that we have, and everybody knows that if they need them, they are in my bag. Another thing I have in this front pocket is just some perfume. So whenever I want perfume, or the girls, it's there. I have a few more of those actually in our room as well. So let's go now to the back pocket here. This is like the pocket that's going to be against your back or against your front depending on how you wear the bag. So it's hard to get to. And so this is where I put all of our important stuff. So here is my wallet. So this is what has mine and Safari's IDs in it. All of our debit and credit cards, some extra American cash, so just as a last resort. I'm very much a prepper, so I make sure that I have money in multiple different places just in case, you know, so have money in stocks, have money in your debit account, in your credit account, you know, everywhere that you can have money, have a certain amount in cash just to make sure that you can take care of your family if you need to. So I have all of that in here. I think I also have copies of our vaccine cards in here as well. And then here is my change purse. So this is what I usually put all of my Kenyan money in, my shillings, just so that it's easily accessible when we're out at the market or anything like that. But in Kenya, you often use M-Pesa, which is an app that you use on your phone, and you just use your phone number to send and receive money. So that's something that you pay with a lot. Even at the markets, a lot of time you'll pay with that. And then the last thing in here is a Ziploc, reusable Ziploc with all 4 of our passports in it. So we are very excited that everybody in our family now has a passport. So that is super amazing to us, because me and Shaha remember so well, one time we were on the phone before I came to Kenya, and I was like, just so you know, you can't be in this family if you don't have a passport, okay? So now everybody in our family has a passport. Okay, so let's go to the main compartment here. So the first thing that you see is my new first aid kit. So I just had my mom send me this. It's only $10 on Amazon, but I definitely didn't use a lot of what was in it. I just wanted the case because it's waterproof. So I have so much in here. I will probably do an in-depth video on what's exactly in here. And I got very serious about what I was going to have in here, because you can't just go to the doctor as easily as you can if you were in the United States. It's much more difficult and complex to see a doctor here. And there's no insurance for most people, so you have to pay out of pocket as well. So I got these little tiny bags. They're like, I think 1 inch by 1 inch, so that I could put the different medicines that I put in here in different compartments. But I will do a separate video on the first aid kit that I take with me everywhere. And then here is another thing that we have to keep with us because we are in Kenya. So if you are in America, you might bring tissue with you to wipe your nose, but you wouldn't think about bringing tissue with you to go to the bathroom. But even in malls, a lot of times in Kenya, there is no tissue to be used. There will be like a sprayer, or similar to like a bidet that people might use to like rinse themselves off, but there won't be tissue for people to use, so you have to bring your own tissue. So I just reused like one of these little strawberry jam containers, and I put a bunch of tissues in here so that I could give them to me or the girls if we need to go to the bathroom while we're in public. Here, of course, is all 4 of our masks. So in certain places, especially like government facilities and things like that, you still have to wear masks in Kenya, but that's about it for the most part. Not at the grocery stores, not of course in the markets or anything like that, not on the buses. The only place that we've had to wear masks still is government buildings. And hospitals, of course. So I just keep all those with me, so I always know where they are, because a lot of people, even here with people that don't have much money, they will still buy a 10-cent mask, like a throwaway mask, every time they go into a government building or a hospital or whatever. And to me, that's just crazy. Okay, so the main compartment here, we also have mosquito repellent. So this is a more natural one with cocoa butter and vitamin E, and it's a sting relief and mosquito repellent. So I keep that with me. I don't actually use it very often. I would prefer to just like fully cover myself as opposed to worrying about mosquitoes biting me because my arms are showing or anything like that. I would rather just wear like a light jacket. Hand sanitizer. I was anti-hand sanitizer for so long before I came here. Even through the pandemic, I was anti-hand sanitizer. But I have really come to appreciate hand sanitizer because we are in a different environment, you know? So I just want to make sure that me and Safari stay healthy in environments that our body's not used to, you know? Like Shaha and most of the time Georgina don't get sick in the way that me and Safari get sick because they're used to this environment. They're used to this culture and climate and everything. So it's not like a big deal to them. So me and Safari make sure that we use hand sanitizer, and of course the whole family does. So this is my Altoid first aid kit. This is the first aid kit I made before I got the waterproof one. And I did have problems with like the hand sanitizer spilling in my bag and thus messing up some of the medicines that were in here, which is why it was so important to me to get a waterproof first aid kit. Here is Afterbite, so it kind of like works the same as the sting relief, and it helps a lot to not itch when you get mosquito bites or different bug bites and things like that. My menstrual cup, I always keep that in my bag just because, as I've said with many other things, if it's like something that you just have one of, I like to keep it in my day bag just so that I know, like, okay, if I need this, I know exactly where it is. SPF 50 sunscreen. Of course, you all know that Shaha has vitiligo, which means that he needs SPF 50 or above in order to properly protect himself. And sometimes he will forget to put on sunscreen, so I make sure I always have that with me. Then I have a little deodorant just in case. And I have these little Halls cough drops just in case we're out and about in town, because town is really far from our house. So just in case we're out and about and somebody has a cough, or we're in a place that's quiet and they're coughing a lot, I have cough drops. And then finally, in this big section, I have these, which are sleeves for like your arms, right? So it has like a hole here for your thumb, and then they cover your arms. So they're really important for Shaha so that he can protect his arms. But I also just keep them in here in case like I get cold, I can cover my arms and it'll keep me a little bit warmer, as opposed to putting a jacket in here, which of course wouldn't fit. This is a good alternative. So if anybody needs those, we have them in here. So now let's go to this inside back pocket. I have a pen, a flashlight, and a Sharpie. This is the only Sharpie that we have as well. So every time I need a Sharpie to mark one person's water bottle and another person's water bottle, then I always know where that is as well. So in here I also have peanuts, which is one of Shaha's favorite snacks, and then lollipops, just in case we're waiting somewhere for a long time and the girls get restless. So here I have a bunch of different wipes. So I have a Clorox wipe, and then I have a Dude wipe, which is like to wipe your body, and then I just have like aloe vera wet wipes, just in case there's a spill or there's no napkins at a place that we eat. This is a bra pouch, and I love this, but I don't often wear them now. I guess we're comfortable here, but it's for protection when you're traveling. So you might put a credit card in here. I also have copies of our passports. I have like what else is in here? I'll do like an in-depth video on like our bra pouches and what we have in there and why. A few, like $6 in US cash, an emergency card that has our different critical information, some lip balm, some anti-itch cream, and some Tylenol. So that's what's in that one. And it's just to make sure that you have what you need in an emergency situation. If somebody steals your bag, if whatever the case may be, they're not going to like search you completely when they're robbing you to make sure that they got everything, you know? So if that's stuck to your bra strap, then you'll at least have a credit card, some cash, an ID to make sure that you're taken care of after that. These are just blotting pads, so you just like blot them on your face, and if your face is oily, then you can take care of that, which is definitely an issue here because oftentimes it's really hot, especially in the coast. So now let's go to this open pocket right here. I have 2 different micro USB chargers and then a Type-C charger, which is what mine and Shahad's phones are. So that will pretty much take care of everything. I don't have an iPhone charger in here because we do have 2 iPhones, but we usually leave them at home. We don't use them as our primary phones. The girls mainly use them for school. And then a glasses cleaner. And the final pouch here in the very front of this big compartment. So I have some Vaseline just in case somebody is dry. Some lip balm that's SPF 45. And some other just like creams that are also in the first aid kit. So some Blistex lip cream, some lip gloss, some hand sanitizer, a Band-Aid, and some like Tums, like antacid tablets. So that's just extras just to make sure that we always have those things on hand. And of course they're one use, so if anybody needs them, I just give it to them. Then in here we have our tooth tablets and our mouthwash tablets. So just in case we're like out and about, I don't have a toothbrush in here for each of us, but if you're in dire need of brushing your teeth or whatever the case, then you can just use one of these and use your finger or something. So we're almost done with everything in the bag. So I have a couple toys in here that Safari has given me when she was younger, and I just like always keep them with me, so I have those in there. And then here's another super tiny flashlight, just in case. So there's 2 flashlights in my bag. And then here is a can opener, like a military style can opener, just in case. I was looking for this actually when we first moved here and I couldn't find it anywhere, so we bought like a regular sized one, and I just recently found it in here. So that's that. And I think that is everything in the bag. So those are the things that I bring with me on a daily basis when we go out into town or whatever, just to make sure that I have everything with me that I need to make sure that my family is protected and taken care of. So if you guys think that I missed anything, if you think that it's too much, let me know. I would love to hear your guys' comments, and I will talk to you guys soon. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye!